And it's great because after I did the iboga, I I was using mushrooms and DMT and things like that. Still continuing that, and in a mushroom journey, I got gifted the idea of the microdosing company because like again, it'd been on my radar from doing it myself, and I wanted other people to benefit from that, and like. It was weeks before that, and I saw like on Instagram, I'm like, "There's microdoses." I'm like, "What's going on here?" Like, people are selling mushrooms on Instagram because I'd only just gotten Instagram like just over a year ago,
Okay.
right? So I'm like, whoa, I'm like, people selling drugs on what? Like, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, well, I want to do something a little bit different. So like the one thing about my microdosing company is I use a lot of different herbs and vitamins and superfoods. Like I use medical mushrooms from, Pirica with Finn, right? Like that's how we connected.
Okay.
Right. So he's my mushroom guy for the medical mushrooms, and I love their products. They're great products. And then I got like all sorts of different things. I use like moringa in there. I use like niacin, magnesium biglycinate. Like I put all these different things in there. So I came out with 4 different blends. I got one which harmony, and that's based off Paul Stamens. So Paul Stamens is like one of the world's best mycologists, and he's got the statement stack, he calls it, and that's lion's mane, psilocybin, and niacin. And so the psilocybin, it's a nootropic, right? And the lion's mane, same thing. Like these are literally helping build brain cells, repair brain cells, giving you better cognitive functioning, reaction time, like memory recall, all these beautiful aspects of it. And then you got the niacin. Niacin is B3, and use the flush stuff. There's flush and stuff that's non-flush, but the flush stuff literally opens up your capillaries. So if you take a large dose of stuff, like a good 100 to 500 milligrams on like an empty stomach, your whole body goes red and you can feel yourself flushing, right? So it works similarly like that. Obviously, if you eat and drink a bunch of water, it minimizes it, but it's a delivery system. So you're delivering more of this medicine deeper into your brain, passing the blood-brain barrier, but also to your extremities, where a lot of things happen in your neurons, right? And then so I'm like, I went one step further because I like a chaga. Chaga is like super high antioxidant, and moringa is like, I think it's got 96 of the essential minerals and vitamins that our bodies need out of the 108, something like that, right? And so I've been adding things that. So I'm doing a little bit more than the regular guys.
Yeah.
And then I got like a brain blend that's focused like simply on brain nootropics. So it's got ginkgo, it's got lion's mane, it's got acetylcarnitine, which is an amino acid that helps your brain cells actually connect to it or send energy, I guess you say, to each other. I have the Psychonaut blend, which is more of like a Scooby snack for people. So that's like a recreational thing. So like, for people who don't want to drink and you're going to go into a social situation, you just take one of those. You're not going to be all buggered up, but you can have a good time. It might help you open up because some people have like social anxiety and things like that. So it's like, it's a bit more of a recreational thing, and you can take 1 or 2, right? And enjoy yourself. And then, we have the 6 mushroom blend, which is like all the medical mushrooms that Pirica has, plus the psilocybin. So we got turkey tail, cordyceps, red reishi, lion's mane, and the chaga. And I'm about to launch 4 more when the website launches. And we're going to have a moontime blend for the ladies. So it's actually going to be something called a nano dose, which I'm trying to coin now, because when we look at dosing, it's usually just micro and macro. But I believe that there are some subsections in there for people, right? Because the nano, I find, is like the 25 milligrams to 100 milligrams, and you're not going to feel that at all. It's super subperceptual. And then you get into the micro, and so the micro for me is the 100 to 500. So now you're going to start possibly feeling it, but you're still going to be able to function, right? And then the next one I'm trying to coin is called the mini dose. So it's not quite a macro, and it's not a micro, it's a mini. So that's the 0.5 to 2 grams. So you're going to definitely feel it, but you're not going to be super buggered up too. Obviously it depends on the person too, because some people are more sensitive than others, but that's more for like, using if you're like, going like to the movies or something like that. So you're not going to be like, yeah. And you can enjoy yourself. And then, we're getting into the macros, and then we're like hero doses, the mystical dose, and then the God dose, which is like, like you're looking at super high doses, like 14 to 28 grams. So that's when you're, full transcendence. You're going to possibly leave your body and earth and possibly talk to some entities and things like that, right? But it's a beautiful medicine. We also going to have a heart blend. So it's based, all these medicines work on your heart. There's that one, that one. On the Lucid Dream blend. So this one again is another nano dose. And we'll be having stuff like melatonin, passion flower, hops, valerian root. So it's going to put you to sleep, and it'll have such a small dose of psilocybin that it won't keep you awake, but it'll just help induce those beautiful lucid dreams, right? Or vivid dreams, right? And yeah, we got a couple different things. I'm working with another company that does extracts.
Okay.
So they actually pull the psilocybin out of the mushrooms. So now you don't have that organic material. So a lot of people have the issues with their stomachs, and that's because of the organic material. So it'll just have the 3 alkaloids, the biotin, the psilocybin, and the psilocin. And so you have a much cleaner experience. So people who do want to do higher doses and do have that stomach issue, they can take something like that. And we'll have some gummies too,
Oh, yeah. Why not?
You gotta sell gummies, right? So yeah. And yeah, eventually we're gonna have like an actual trusted partner site, because to me, mushrooms is all about connection, right? Because we literally look at mushrooms and the mycelium. The mycelium connects the forest together, right? It's literally how plants talk to each other. They actually send information through each other. So it's really about connection. So that's why when you do mushrooms, you feel connected to people. You feel connected to nature. You feel connected to yourself. It's all about connection. So I don't want to be in competition with people. I don't think it's healthy to be in competition with people. I want to align with people. I'm here to help people. Like we can all benefit from this. I'm not looking to be a millionaire from this. I really not. I don't want $1 million. I honestly don't. I think it would be very damaging to me. I can like make money and put it towards things, but I don't want to have a bunch of, disposable income. I think disposable income is like a silly word and a silly concept. Like if you can dispose of your income, then you should be giving it to people that need it. Right. So, and eventually I'm going down to Costa Rica to do the training, like I said. And with the company, I just want to sell it to, produce some money to be able to provide for myself and my family when I go down there, to work on the Iboga training, and to open up a center of my own, which is, the dream of opening up my own wellness center.